All right, let's invite the first corporate on the show now. Shalby is a stock which is on our radar. This is a company which runs multi-speciality hospitals. They have 11 multi-speciality hospitals, but 2 of them are in construction phase. One of them is in Nashik, which is going to be operational sometime this year, and the other one is going to be in Santa Cruz in Mumbai, and that will come on board only in FY26. The company has seen a very strong quarter-on-quarter recovery. The year-on-year performance has been maintained. Year-on-year revenues have gone up by 5%. Margins have been maintained by close at 20%, while the profit jump is close to about 5%. Shanay Shah, the director at Shalby, is now with us on the show now. Mr. Shah, morning, and thanks so much for joining in. This is Reema here. First, if you could give us a sense of what the occupancies were this quarter, I think 45% thereabout. Is there scope for improvement from here on?
Yeah, hi, good morning. Thank you for having me. Yes, in fact, we have kind of done an average occupancy of around 550, which is close to about 30%, from the perspective of our total bed capacity. So we have the potential to go about 2.5 times from here. And in fact, we feel that this was an exceptional quarter for the group. The reason being that, last year, same time in quarter one, half of the revenues were generated from COVID. And essentially, it is not a comparable quarter from that perspective. So if you look at a quarter-on-quarter perspective from quarter 4 last year to quarter 1 of this year, we have shown a 20% kind of growth on the top line and a 30 to 35% increase on all the fronts from EBITDA to PBT as well as the PAT.
You said the occupancy was 557 in terms of beds this quarter.
Yes.
Which compares out of your total operational beds of 1,235. So that is an occupancy rate of 45%.
Absolutely, that's right, which is about 45% of the operational beds. But, we have a total bed capacity of more than 2,100 beds. And essentially from 1,200 beds, which are operational, for us to kind of operationalize the balanced beds, it's a matter of 15 to 20 days. So it will not take us much time as the occupancy ramps up. So the potential to go, the potential that we have in the existing capacity is to kind of do about 400 crores kind of revenue per quarter is the in-house capacity that we have without adding any more capex.
Okay, so just to clarify and understand, you're saying the operational beds will go up from the current 1,235 to 2,100 crore by the end of this quarter, Q2?
No, not now. So what will happen is as the occupancy ramps up, what we will do is we will operationalize a higher number of beds. So as you see right now, 557 was the occupancy for this quarter and the operational beds were 1,235. So as you see the occupancy go up to 1,200, we have the potential to increase the bed operational beds from 1,235 higher up to 2,100 in the existing capacity.
Got it. Hi, Shanay. Good morning and thanks for joining us. This is Pavitra. You were just talking about the COVID biz and of course, we can understand that the figures are lower this time. Can you tell us on the non-COVID biz, is it completely back to earlier levels? Have you reached that? And on the electives, are you seeing any kind of pent-up demand? What wouldn't have come through in the past 2 years? Are you seeing all of that come through now?
Absolutely. It's happening in a big way. So, as you correctly mentioned, quarter 1 of last year was predominantly COVID. And the immediate quarter after that, we did about 6,000 total surgeries in quarter 2. So, we thought that, that is a high pent-up demand. But in this quarter, we have done more than 7,200 surgeries. So it has significantly gone up, in terms of the work that we've done. The split between, the orthopedics works as well as the other specialities is 50 and 50. So again, within each segment as well, this is the highest ever number, about 3,600 surgeries in each segment is something that we have not seen over the last, in the history of the company. So, from that perspective, it's a phenomenal quarter in terms of the elective work that we are doing. In terms of COVID work, we have not done a lot of COVID work because we didn't have a lot of COVID patients admitted during this quarter. But having said that, we have done a lot of vaccination work in this quarter. So we have inoculated more than 38,000 people, whether it is the first dose, second dose, or the booster dose for this quarter.
Okay.
So I know, Shanay, you're saying that electives have, shot up a lot. The only thing I'm hearing is I better take care of my niece, as should you girls. But Shanay, you have 3 new hospitals which are under 5 years old, right? Can you give us a sense of the operational metrics over there? And as well, there are 2 new, I think, hospitals coming up in Mumbai and Nasik. Can you give us a status check?
Yeah. So the 0 to 5 year hospitals are basically now, what has happened is from last quarter, the metrics has slightly changed. So 2 of the hospitals have moved from the 0 to 5 year segment to 5 to 10 year segment. And hence, you see that the revenue contribution from that is about 18 to 20%. And the EBITDA margin is at around 10% over there at the moment. But we do feel that, as, the occupancy ramps up over there, we will be seeing, that the numbers will kind of grow from where they are at the moment. Having said that, the 5 to 10 year bucket and the 10 year plus bucket have been doing phenomenally well for us and will continue to do well in this year. The other 2 projects that we are talking about here are, one is, of course, the project in Bombay, which is, the project, the Asha Parekh Hospital project, which is about 180 beds. The company will be investing about 160 crores. We are basically waiting for one document to be signed, and then, once we'll be applying for the charity commissioner, the charity commissioner's approval will be in place over the next 3 to 6 months, after which we'll be able to start construction on the project. And the other one is the Nashik project. The Nashik project is, again, basically, it is basically not in our control from the perspective that, it's a partnership with another real estate company. So they are going to be, making the building, and they are going to be handing over the premises to us once it is ready. It is expected to be completed in this year. So basically, they will be handing it over to us over the second half of this year.
Can you talk about your implant manufacturing business, something that you all got into post the acquisition of Consensus about a year back? This quarter, it's been strong. Do you think you can exceed your implant manufacturing guidance of 100 crores for this year? And what about at the EBITDA level?
No, so we believe that, we will be able to cross the 100 crore mark, but, we are not giving a higher estimate for that. We have done 26 crores in this quarter, and, we have been EBITDA neutral in this quarter. Having said that, the potential is huge, and in the phase 1, we are going to focus on the Southeast Asian market and the existing geographies, which will be US and Japan. And of course, in the next phase, we'll be looking at other geographies as well. Having said that, India will be doing a launch maybe in Q2 or Q3 of this year. We have already started using some of these implants, and essentially, the US market will be about 80 to 90% of the sales in this year. And we believe that, we will be doing a single-digit EBITDA margin in this year in the implant business.
Okay, that's on the implant business. Shanay, just one question before we let you go. You do have around 125 crores of cash. Any plans that you have right now in place how you will be utilizing this? Is there anything else that's coming up?
Sure. So, from the perspective of the net cash position of the company, we are at about 45 crores of net cash. So we have taken some loan for the implant business. We are looking for a lot of opportunities. As you know that, the franchisee business is another business, another third vertical for us, which is going to grow phenomenally over the next 3 to 5 years. And there will be some amount of investment required from the medical equipment perspective, as well as working capital perspective. So some of that cash will be deployed over there. Besides that, we are looking at Delhi and Calcutta as a geography where we would be wanting to open up multi-speciality hospitals. So, we have significant leverage that we can take, for these 2 projects if something interesting comes up for us over there.
Thank you very much, Shanay, for joining in. That's the word coming in from Shalby.